Boom! We are off with another episode of Booze Your Daddy the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, here with my boy, the future president and CEO of Eat Clean Bro, Zach Elias. What's up, buddy?
Eat the rat. Be well, eat the rat has been just like thrown around as a rallying call all week with our friends. Like anytime someone throws it a challenge, the answer is eat the rat.
Booze Your Daddy the podcast. Tuesdays, we do it live. Saturdays, we post it later. Tell a friend. We're having some fun. We got a special one today. A lot of stuff to get to. But before we do, this is about sitting back, cracking a brewski. Zach, what are you drinking?
Our founding fathers, Samuel Adams, Boston Lager, nothing special about it. I'm stocked for beers from our Hanukkah party, which you guys didn't drink at all. Sack up.
Before you open that, Zach, I need you to get your Hanukkah present from me from behind your computer in the paper bag. We're going to do an on-air unwrapping.
I was wondering what that was.
There he goes.
I remind me to get the present that I won in the grab bag.
No. So Zach is getting his present. I'm going to go ahead and describe. I'm drinking something called...
The bag... Jesus Christ, the bag broke.
For Fox's Sake, Hazy IPA,
Like
Sly Fox Brewing.
heavy.
Drink the dang beer.
What are you drinking? This is astonishingly heavy. What did you get, Bricks?
Sly Fox Brewing Company, Pottstown, PA. That is my beer. I'm going to go ahead and release the Kraken as you unleash your gift.
So is it open now?
Fine.
Why does it weigh 9,000 pounds? Featured breweries.
There you go. Zach can never get anything interesting. He can never get a beer for himself. I went ahead and got him 24 individual beers. He has a different beer to try. Hopefully he's never tried any of them for the next 4 months.
Kona,
6 months.
I've had Goose. We'll figure this all out.
We'll figure that out. Happy Hanukkah, Zacharias. That is from me to you.
I had the cello bow last week. Where the Money
Cheers.
Heist beer. That was pretty good. What are you drinking?
It's called For Fox's Sake. So I'm hopefully during today's episode, I will not have to say For Fox's Sake. Before we get to our special...
Go for the gold.
Before we get to our special guest of today, special shout out to a Mrs. Zach Elias, who turned 29 with a couple of years of experience. Just want to definitely say happy birthday to her.
Yesterday.
She threw an amazing party this past weekend. I had a ton of fun. Speaking of fun, I have a special guest for today. Somebody fun. I'm going to butcher the introduction. She is a comedian from Georgia. Welcome to the show, Ms. Kyndra Crump. What's up, Kyndra?
She lives in Georgia, but she's from Compton. She's straight out of Compton, according to her Facebook page. I do my research. Journalism.
I'm going to tell you, thank you so much for having me. What it was at that time, I made that Facebook when I was like 14. And I grew up in a nice area. Then it was like Riches and then Rags. I'm still at Rags now. So if y'all hear some gunshots in my Section 8 neighborhood, they're just happy I'm on another podcast.
Alan's on the rag too. It's fine.
Yeah, so with that being said, I posted that I was from Compton because in my mind, I thought Compton was the worst city in the whole US of A. But there's a ghetto in every hood. Like in every city, there is one. Like what state are you guys in?
New York. But Alan's from Baltimore where it gets real.
Yeah.
You see The Wire. It's real.
I still haven't seen The Wire, but you know.
You're looking at The Wire with Alan.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm a little lost. You know, my parents had I grew up in an evangelistic, strict household, so it's a lot of stuff I didn't get a chance to see and do. But
so
it's
you're not
okay.
actually from Compton.
No, I just posted it. I did go to
Compton?
Compton over the summer. It wasn't that bad.
It's not. So it's just hype.
It was just hype. I was like a rapper.
Oh, that's horseshit. You literally just like, oh, where's a cool place? I'm from there. I'm changing mine to Honolulu, Hawaii.
But no, born and raised out. I'm out here in Atlanta. Born and raised out in Atlanta.
I love Atlanta. I've been there a couple of times. Amazing place. I love it.
Did you go to the adult wonderland called Magic City?
No, I went to, oh God, I'm blanking on the name of that bar that I got set up real bad. Oh God.
That's a gay bar though.
Thanks.
It's on the table. Alan took me to a gay bar once for drinks.
It's true. I did.
Around, I go, Alan, this is a gay bar. He goes, no, it's not. It's a cool spot with great drink prices. I go, Alan, it's a gay bar. Look at the tables. He goes, it might be. He had no idea.
What are the tables like? Was it rainbows on the table?
No, it was just all dudes at the tables. It was not it wasn't a lot of mixed after work, 3 girls, 2 guys. No, it was all just 4 dudes at a table, and there was a sign behind Alan that said no dancing.
That is true.
Oh gosh, hilarious! Y'all seem like y'all are the best like people to like road trip and do stuff with.
We road
y'all
trip
been
and do
cracking
stuff
me up.
harder than anyone you've ever road tripped and done stuff with.
We complain all the time about everything. You would make it
constantly.
20 minutes and you'd be like, get these guys out of the car.
We, as our people call it,
How'd you
fetching.
guys meet? Quick backstory.
Grinder.
We're idiots.
Softball. We play softball together in the city through friends type of deal. Anywho, Kyndra, welcome to the show. Give me like your elevator pitch story here because you are at the Kyndra Crump show. So
On Instagram.
Tell me your story.
Podcast. You guys are more than welcome to come on my podcast. It gets crazy on there. Born and raised in Atlanta. I recently got my diploma in at Clark Atlanta HBCU. I'm like, I try to support these black-owned businesses, and now I'm in debt $40,000. Anyway,
$40,000, I'll take it.
I'm going to the white school next month. Back to the story.
When you support Jewish-owned businesses, you can negotiate. You get out of there for 48 cents. And jade them down for days.
Yeah. Let's see. I just recently graduated with my bachelor's in mass communications. So the goal is to have my own radio and television show. And I was telling Alan off the record that, I've been on at least 800 podcasts since October 2020. I'm a podcast whore, so you guys are probably 850. Who knows at this point?
I feel dirty. How many showers do I need to get 850 off me?
Beautiful. Just 3 times a day.
That's a high body count. 850.
3 times a day. Yeah. I would shave.
Anyway, so yes, I'm going to Georgia State. Going to Georgia State next month to get on the road to getting my PhD in child psychology. The reason with child psychology is because I realized a lot of our trauma stems from childhood, and the reason why you have so many horrible adults in this world is because they have not positively rooted that trauma out. That's where I come in. So
our moms messed us up good. So
father,
feel free.
I have daddy issues. My mom's great.
I have both.
You win.
I got
okay, it's a contest.
Yeah,
I have
parent issues. I go back generations with my issues.
I have sibling issues as well. I'm a loner, guys. I'm an enigma. Nobody gets me. Nobody even wants me. Let me tell you something. My parent, that's why I make sure I put nobody in my family in the pictures, because I don't want y'all going and having pitchforks at them, right? My mom does not like the fact that I do these podcasts. I'm doing comedy. She has a problem with it. But I'm like, Mom, you won't be getting a chinchilla fur coat.
Mm-hmm. Why don't you bring your mom on the podcast with us next time? We'll get Mom on here. We'll do the whole thing.
I tell Mom, because I do comedy on Wednesday nights in the hood in south side of Atlanta. It's one of those hood spots where, like, by the time you order your food, the food comes out, like, after the show is over. They have one bathroom stall, so you hope nobody takes a dump, one of those.
How many people is the place that you go to? About 100 seats? How many, like a regular?
It's about 20 seats.
20
seats. 25.
I went to a comedy show in Zanies about 2 months ago, and Zanies is in Nashville and a big club, and I didn't know that it was como se DJ hood night, and we ended up being 3.5 white people in this club, and thank the Lord there was somebody white sitting ahead of me that they didn't talk to us the whole show. But in your club, if you do see a person of my persuasion, you're going at him, right? The whole night?
I don't do that. I don't. I have
You should.
Crowd work?
a few white jokes. Y'all ready to hear a few white jokes?
I would love to hear a white joke.
Okay. White folks don't cry that much, but let that dog die.
Okay.
Zach doesn't like dogs, so that's good.
Number two. For all the ones that say that white people can't cook, have you tried their meth?
Hey!
There you go.
That's true. There's no black meth cookers, are there?
You know what? If I ever catch a black person doing meth, I'm gonna look at them crazy because I'm like, you should have stayed with crack. I came across one person.
So is meth like designer crack? Like, what's the echelon?
I came across one person who said he OD'd on meth. I'm like, bro, you're black. What are you doing? He's like, I was hanging around the wrong crowd in California. And I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah. Wow. So speaking of things that we should or should not do, we had a very interesting conversation backstage before this where Kyndra, did I catch this right? You said that we're allowed to use an occasional N-word here and there. I feel like that's what I heard.
I think if it depends.
I feel like that's a bear trap waiting to get us.
I think it depends. Like, have you guys ever been with black women before? Like, actually entered inside of a black woman?
Do I look like I have? That's a better question.
It could have been a prostitute. I don't know.
Inside of a black one, you say it like it's How Caverns. No.
Maybe we're dentists and we've inspected their oral cavities. But even so, the answer is no, black girl.
No.
It's not. I actually said this a couple weeks ago. I would love to have more black friends. Black friends don't want me. That's the issue.
Well,
Black friends don't want
friend.
me, but black friends tend not to love me as much. Spanish people, a little bit more so. But the ones who truly don't like me are like the yacht club wasps. So I'll say that they hate me more than anyone. Like the guys with pink pants and like whales on their belts, they don't care for me. But I do need more black friends. He said they don't really.
Well, y'all can come to the cookout. When a black person says you invite to the cookout, that means you're one of us. You'll be learning how to braid hair. You'll learn how to retwist my dreads, and
so who's gonna braid my Jufro? Somebody, because it's receding. Clearly, some cover up.
Yeah, no, it's dreads. It's just like so. I just haven't got a retwist in like 4 months. And
so I go to a cookout. You feed me. And then I learn hairstyling? That's how it goes?
No, I mean, you have a gold grill in your mouth. You know how to play spades or talk?
I do.
I could learn.
Okay.
What was the second game?
We'll listen to some rap music.
Talk?
Who else? What other rappers do you know?
Honk?
Besides Tupac, Biggie, and Jay-Z, what other rappers do you know? Give me 3 rappers you like besides those 3.
Eminem.
Warren G. Snoop.
Mac Miller.
Who the fuck is Mac Miller?
A white guy who kind of rapped.
God. Oh, you're Vanilla Ice? Is that what y'all doing?
Vanilla Ice. Vanilla Ice is my third.
You should have said Marky Mark. But no.
Alan only celebrates the Funky Bunch, not Marky Mark.
But no, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. I think this is why I don't try to say. I'm just gonna keep it real. I don't try to say the N-word in front of white people because I don't want to give them that power to think it's okay. And I think the problem is it's awkward.
We know, Kyndra. We know.
You don't give us any power. We all just cringe. We just cringe. We just.
It's like and that's why I say I think it's like it's socially acceptable for I can say you giving me permission to say PWT. You're like Kyndra say poor white trash.
Okay, so we were discussing this as well, Zach.
But what if we're not poor or trashy? Well, we could be trashy, but like then can we still use it? Like if I'm gonna make fun of someone in a trailer and call them poor white trash, but I don't live in a trailer, then it's not okay. It's as we say niche geet, not good.
You say that.
I say niche geet. I couldn't do it. It wouldn't be part of my vernacular. And as I was saying earlier, I almost got killed for that because my mom called some guys poor white trash on the golf course and they chased us with golf clubs.
But it wasn't the word, Zach. It was you calling them assholes. Assholes have this.
My mom called them poor white trash and they went berserk because they were playing as a fivesome and they were hillbillies.
I mean, but was it true though?
Yeah. And then they went crazy. But you shouldn't have called them that. It's a zinger, and it's not expected. If you call someone an asshole, they've got defense in their guard up for that. You call someone PWT, it's a curveball.
What about,
I didn't realize this was
it's redneck. I thought redneck was an offensive word till.
Well, next time I'm playing behind them, I'll try and let you know how it goes.
Or the KKK. I thought that was bad to say.
Kyndra, are there any other words that maybe you would just use like the A word, the B word, the C word? Are there any other words in your vernacular that you'd be like, I'd rather not? It's better to say PWT than to say poor white trash. Where like I would never say the N word. I would say Are there anything else that I'm missing?
I would. You know what? I didn't realize was a I guess offensive word. I didn't realize the word cunt was offensive.
Oh. So it's not great. It's pretty bad. Guys can't say it because if you say it, you're in for a fight. It's an escalation word.
It is.
If you say it, it escalates the situation. It just dials it to 11. Whereas if you say like, you're being a real bitch, yeah, that's a fight word. That's a bad thing to say. But if you drop a C-bomb,
yeah, you're turning the heat up on the fire.
You're rolling the sleeves up and you're digging in for the long haul.
Really?
It's gonna make them just see red. The Kill Bill music goes off in their head,
and they just laughed at me. I'm like, maybe this is a white word.
The Kill Bill music. The siren just goes off in their head when you say the C word. So if you're gonna use it, you better.
Unless you're Australian, and then it's just like a comma, but they just say it for everything.
British people too.
What about like you know how in the bedroom, you guys are both married, right? Or is it just Zach?
Zach is married. God forbid I would get. I'm engaged, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well, the times that you have had relations, unless you're waiting until marriage, but if you are, hoorah. Okay. So the times that you guys,
you're a Marine, hoorah.
Marines all wait for marriage.
The times that you guys both have had relations at some point, would you say, yeah, this is my cunt, like right here, like would you say that, or this is my bitch?
We just talk about like politics and movies and current events and the weather, and eventually just over.
Much. Or I'm just talking about myself, or maybe like some stock tips or something. I'm pretty much not like
how those go. AMC.
I would never be like, ooh, daddy does this.
You call yourself daddy all the time.
Never in a sexual sense, Zach. Never, ever, ever. Boozer Daddy is named for me calling myself daddy, but like at no point is ever like, call me daddy, ho.
Yeah, guys who look like us don't do a lot of sex talking. We just sort of
complain.
Do our thing. We complain. You get a cramp sometimes during it. You have to like put some icy hot on and then go back to business. It's quite a scene. The whole room smells like menthol by the end of it.
That's hilarious. That to me is
good.
hilarious. I know men will do that, but no, I think other than that,
so you say stuff like that? You're a talker? You get really
no.
Well,
here's the thing. Only thing, my throat is not a virgin, but my cat is. So, this guy last night talked to my cat, and he was saying, "Come for me." Come, you came yet? He was talking to it, slapped it, and kissed it. I'm like, wow. And he spit on it. I'm like, bro, what in the porno is going on here? I'm like, I'm not returning
What in the porno is my new favorite way of starting a conversation.
Ate the rat. What in the porno?
Yeah. For Fox's sake. Was he just talking to it, like interviewing it?
He was talking to it.
They're in TV land.
He was talking, and I'm like, this is different. This is what happens when I'm still, when you're still a hoe. Like, this is what happens, literally. Yeah.
Wait, you're right. You're a virgin. Is that what you said?
Yeah, I am. I am.
God bless. Mazel tov. I didn't know they still made you.
But you're giving beaches all day long.
Oh my God, Zach.
No, I mean, like that's the thing.
She's had a rant about that. I watched her little footage you sent me.
I haven't done that since February. If a guy asks, here's my thing, right?
Me neither.
That's a shame. Why are you getting married? You have to get to I have to do it because I want to do it. You say, "Can you give me head, bro?" Well, have some respect about yourself. What are you out here begging for it for? Let the woman do it. I'm gonna give you guys a rule number one. Here's a tip: if you go first and do an exceptional job, she's gonna match that. You don't even have to worry about asking for it.
Nah, no I'd rather just watch some TV or something.
Exactly. I'm married 100 years. The Simpsons reruns on. Doing that.
Especially there's like Netflix and stuff, so you're just trying to time out the rest of your night, and it's just too much.
They don't call it a job for nothing.
To y'all, man. Would y'all be considered being in a poly relationship? You want me to find some women for y'all?
No. Yes.
No, that was like this, Zach. That was the business. Like, you'll never find me. Yes, I will.
Beer Baron.
Beer Baron episode. I will just say, Kyndra.
I'm in a happy, nice married rut. It's great. It's solid. This thing
and I have too much family listens to this podcast to ever really get into it. So let's take this conversation back to you and your
offline
and your comedy, which I watched, a couple of your videos, and the one bit that really, really stuck out for me was when you were saying how the rules of sleeping in your bed. That was hysterical. That was just like, because that was not so sexual as much as like, if you want to stay in my bed, like these are the rules. Like, I'm gonna snore. Don't wake me up. Don't move. What'd you call this guy? Like a billy goat or something? That was hysterical.
I want a California king bed, to be honest with you, because I need like a divider. Like, I want enough room where like 10 people can sleep all in the same bed with me. But these are the
plastic COVID dividers in the restaurants.
It don't matter what it is. I just like, we can all have a party, because I think I'm poly though. But anyway, back to the story. I mean, I'm young. I don't know really what I am. But back to the story.
Not to ask the over her age. But how old are you? Just
19.
She'll tell us her real age. What's the difference?
Yes, that's correct.
Oh, you are 19?
No, I'm not. I'm 25.
That's
25.
You say that like it's a bad thing. I'm 41 and I have this hairline.
No, because once you reach a certain age, because I'm halfway to 30, man. Like, I'm closer to 30 than I am 20. So it's like, now
is halfway to 30 by my math, but you're close.
I am close, and like I would think by now I'd be in my dream home with my husbands, the game, and Nelly, and we are all in a poly relationship in a bridge house. I would think that I'd be married. I'm off the streets. I don't want to be. Hope cannot be life anymore.
You're terrible, Zach. Are the game and Nelly the same to you? Because I would put Nelly way higher up.
Well, here's the thing. Okay, the game is very tall. I was told he's 6'5". He has a lot of tattoos, which means he can tap my name on him, so I know it's real. All right.
It's real.
But his teeth look like the New York State line. Nelly, on the other hand, okay, he looks good. He's shorter, very buff type dude. But that's it. I think the height thing is a thing, maybe, because I'm 5'6". When I throw on heels, I'm like 6 foot, 6'1". So I don't want to be resting my arm on their forehead, on their head, the top of their head.
The game looks a little chubby. I gotta tell you. Google. I don't know who this guy is, but I'm Googling him. It's a bit of a dad bod. with
Are you sure that's
tattoos.
the game? Did you get
Yeah,
the right
the
one?
game is a rapper. He's got like a dad bod, but with tattoos.
Obviously, Zach.
Yeah, he has Obama's face tatted on him. I'm like, bro, what straight man do you know tats another man's face on their body who ain't their father or their
Maybe
brother?
Obama's his father. I don't know.
Goodbye.
Twin plot twist.
Dude, I'm sure he had some girls before Michelle. You don't know what he's throwing out there.
I don't put nothing past nobody. But anyway, back to the story. But no, like I said, it's like, I think the thing is, and that's why I have to learn, like, social media really can give you anxiety because people will post their highlight reels of their life, but they're not showing the bad stuff. But I have to remember my time will come. And guess what? When I have my yacht party, you guys are more than welcome. We're going to be listening to 2 Live Crew, Uncle Luke's 2 Live Crew. You're going to have some
that's rap shaking. I know.
I was about to say, Zach, that's old enough that he knows.
There we go. Those guys are
we're going to have some Playboy bunnies. Your wife can come, but if they start shaking on everybody, is your wife okay with getting danced on by another woman?
Absolutely.
Okay. She's free-spirited.
She can get danced on. She's up for anything. We're both 41. What are we else doing? Anything goes.
So, Kyndra, I want to keep you a part of the show for our final segment, which I'm giving a good amount of time here for. But what we like to do every week is a section that we call the Pishadoo of the week, which in Italian, the Pishadoo is the bathroom. So we're basically picking the asshole of the week. And I have 5 candidates, and I want you and Zach to kind of, you'll get a vote at the end. But I'm going to tell you what happened, and you get a quick, what are your thoughts on it? Okay?
All right.
First one was this past week, a woman stole her daughter's identity. She's 48 years old. She stole her daughter's identity so she could go to college and hook up with the college boys.
What?
Who is the Pishadoo? Is it the mother? Is it the college boys that don't recognize? Like, that's kind of weird, right?
Did she actually hook up? Did she close the deal?
Didn't read the whole article, just the headline.
But you're the Pishadoo for not finishing
the
article.
The mom.
The mom for stealing the identity?
Well, stealing the identity is dumb, but you're 48. You're going to try to, hooking up with 19-year-olds. If it works, good for you. So the whole thing is stupid. The 19-year-old that's going for her, but it could be like Stifler's mom. You get a little experience. Okay. I think it's a push.
Push? Anything weird? What do you think, Kyndra? Anything weird about that?
I think Zach lost his virginity to a cougar. That's why I think he was probably
64.
12.
What's past a cougar? Like a dying tiger?
So yes, I think the mom was
one of those like cats that go in the corner to die alone. That was mine.
The mom was definitely indeed like what'd you say? The what? The Italian word?
Pishadoo.
Pishadoo. The mom.
Give me some more. I think the whole thing's a push. Give me the next candidate.
Next candidate for Pishadoo of the week. Apparently, there are camel beauty contests in the Mideast, and a bunch of camels got eliminated from the competition because their owners, trainers, injected them with Botox.
What?
I have a whole problem with that. I got a problem with Baffert and the horses. Rest in peace, Medina Spirit. But
they're all dead.
Well, yeah. No, I look, if you're not cheating, you're not trying. Like in any sport.
Rubbing is racing.
Take to the Astros. But they got caught. So the owner's Pishadoo. Because he got busted.
Kyndra, injecting
smoking hot camel won, and he didn't get caught.
Good for camel? Him. We're not talking about physical performance. Who is evaluating these camels on the way they look?
You know what? The dog show, Westminster Dog Show. It's the same thing. It's the Westminster Camel Show. What's the difference?
They're fucking those dogs, Zach.
Okay, let me say
they're fucking those camels. So it is what it is.
I was gonna say I take that back. This is the issue. Whoever started this whole "let's do a camel show," what if that camel has low self-esteem? You don't know if these animals have low self-esteem or not. So no, the person who started the camel show is the Pishadoo.
Yeah, but what if they win and they have low self-esteem? Now they're super excited. Hey, I'm the hottest camel in Iran.
No.
Yeah.
Literally.
Hung like a camel. Huh?
Oh, and then some.
Next one.
These are terrible candidates, by the way.
It gets better.
Okay.
This one I heard this morning. Apparently in Sioux Falls at the U.S. women's hockey game there, a mortgage company, I forget the name of it, did a little contest where they brought teachers from a local school. They threw $5,000 bills down. They called it the Dash for Cash, and they let the teachers run out and try to get as much money as possible to bring back to their schools. And everybody in this situation is getting roasted because it was degrading to the teachers and too Squid Game-ish. Thoughts?
It's overly tacky. I mean, it's pretty tacky.
I want to say the Pishadoo are the teachers who decide it's $5,000. It ain't like $5 million. At that point, you got to run out. Okay,
It's 5,000 divided by all of them, so you might get $80.
Come on now, I know y'all only get paid, $50,000 a year, but still $5,000. What can you do with that? Nothing.
No,
somebody's teaching
night
you
with the
to rob
Camel
you. Now you
Beauty
got no
Queen.
money.
All right. I disagree with both of you because I remember back in the day on Nickelodeon when they would throw the kid in the telephone booth and the money was going around, I would have given body parts.
Child,
That's
Alan,
different. That's
child.
sporting. That's
don't care.
sporting.
I did
This
the
is
same
tacky
thing.
as could be. It's so déclassé.
Okay, I did the same thing. Okay, I'm just saying. But you have teachers. What if the teacher would have sucker punched another teacher?
They
Now you
should've.
got a brawl.
Now you've got an
They
action.
dropped the gloves.
they're
They're
into
already
it.
on hockey. They dropped the gloves. He pulls the jersey over the head. I love everything about that they did.
Rumbling,
No,
now
Alan,
you've
you
got
ain't
my
no better.
attention.
You ain't no better than this. I'm saying, man. After a certain age, you can't be fighting no more. Why you got people out here over the age of 30 still out here fighting? Don't your back hurt? Just saying. It's bull crap.
My back always hurts.
I always.
And that got Samanda's interest.
I know. So that
You a
means
teacher?
you're always on the bottom and your wife's on top, right? Because your back's hurting.
Me?
Just rest there.
Oh no, I'm on the bottom. I could be on top. Who knew?
Oh my God.
I don't like to do a lot of work.
Next candidate.
Go
So
on.
next candidate for Pishadoo of the week is ya boy, Zach Stacy has officially come out with his defense. Kendra's laughing, so you know the story about Zach Stacy, the New York Jets football player. Zach, I can't see your shirt. You're covering it. What is that?
I got this for free because I had to spend
it's bet.
$80 at the Meadowlands, and it was such a goddamn fight. I got into it with the lady at the checkout because they wouldn't take my Jets points that I needed to spend. I ended up throwing a mini football at her and storming off in a huff, and then buying this thing and somewhere else upstairs. But I might be. Besides the point, Zach Stacy is beyond awful.
Okay, well,
So real quick. He, just for everybody who doesn't know, he was the football player who got into that domestic violence thing with his baby mama, I believe.
The black guy.
I didn't even notice. I thought he was just.
I thought we were talking about this Zach. I'm like,
Oh no, this Zach is definitely.
I'm on the list. No, this guy was.
This is the guy who assaulted his baby mama, and he officially has come out with a defense that she set him up. Do I need to elaborate?
Against the TV against the wall while the kid was a foot away and scared the cat.
He's you don't put your hands on no woman. Come on now.
Yeah,
don't care if she set you up or not.
He says she goaded her into doing it, and then she was hooking up with the accountant, and da-da-da-da. But I'm with all of you guys.
Wait, she's hooking up with her accountant? Is that what you just said?
With the money, his money manager. There was a money aspect of this, but I am with both of you. You never, ever, ever hit a girl. I've learned my lesson the times that I try to kind of go after Julia, and I typically get hurt.
Yeah, she kicked her ass. I see Julia.
Trouble in Paradise?
No, we met doing kickboxing.
Yes, but that's besides the point.
It's usually like a joke, and I'll just go to like tickle her or something, and she typically will block my hand with her elbow, at which point I have to put ice on my hand the rest of the night. Even when I'm just trying to be like
I like this Juliet woman.
Yeah, she's a cool chick.
Julia's a good time.
And this is just for Kyndra. I'm curious, you said you have these little cookouts, these little hootenannies that go down where you're at.
Hootenannies?
Good night,
the
Anita.
Son of the South? You can't say that.
So I'm assuming if you were going to invite me to come, or anybody, and say I told you like, oh, I really like pizza, and you're like, oh my God, pizza is the best. I'm going to make sure I have pizza at this party. So I don't eat pizza the day before that. I am so excited to come to this cookout that you're having. And then I show up at the cookout and you didn't make pizza. You didn't get pizza for me, even though you were telling people on air, on a podcast, that you were going to have something special for me. We'll just say maybe it was like an apple cider whiskey concoction that you hosted a party, and you were I was so excited to go to Zach's house that he had been promising me this fucking whiskey, and then I get there, and there was none.
I'm not making a vat of this stuff just for you.
You said you were. Kyndra, what are your thoughts on that?
I'm a horrible person. You have every right to uppercut me.
Uppercut? All right. We usually go lower with our bets. Usually it's south of the uppercut, but okay. Fine. Take a shot of the chin. So because I didn't make you apple cider whiskey, I get punched in the chin.
In the dick. I was heartbroken.
Right, next time you come over, I will make it.
Next time? There won't be no next time.
Fine,
that's Eminem, in case you guys weren't paying attention.
The best bar in New Jersey, your house.
So, Kyndra, now, we kind of went through these relatively quick, but Both of you have to vote. So I've given you 5 scenarios. Mom steals daughter's identity, Camel's Botox, Sioux Falls dash for cash, Zach Stacy having a defense, and Zach Elias not making me his apple cider whiskey. Who is the biggest Pishadoo of the week of all of those candidates?
I'm saying Zach Stacy for throwing the girl into the wall and then defending it.
Same. I agree. I agree.
Okay, let's take that one out of there because it's a comedy podcast. Take that one out. Obviously, domestic violence is the worst thing you can do, but get rid of that one.
I think that it's teacher's cash grab, and it's. I think what's the bank that concocted this thing is the worst. The teachers are gonna do it because it's free money, and this is America, so go nuts. But thinking that this gladiator style Squid Game money grab for $5,000. I'm sure it was ones too.
No, I said it was definitely one. So when you say 5,000, it was like, and there was 10 of them. Maybe
money everywhere. It's chaos. It's mayhem.
My answer is that 48-year-old woman. To be honest with you, because she's a predator.
She was trying to get hers.
Predators. I don't like. You can't find another person your age.
She's just got an old dusty hallway down there, and someone's got to knock the cobwebs off. It's okay.
I mean, she can listen, man. You got plenty of other people. You can't find nobody else in your age group. That woman's a predator. I do not like predators. They need to all burn in hell.
These guys are 18 years old. I mean,
they're not 15. Why does she need to go to her age group? Are you an ageist?
I am an ageist.
Really?
I am an ageist. I don't have time for that. I just think, like, lady, you really, and the fact, I mean, they might really look alike, but I'm like, lady, come on now. You are that desperate for some young peen? Come on now, some young dog?
Yeah, those guys can go all night. Now I need like to drink a G2, watch an episode of Seinfeld before I can go again. It's a whole thing.
It's a whole to do.
You know what that's
called? Some gummy bears to get some energy back. Those guys are like sequoias.
Oh, I forgot that part of the equation. Also for candidate number 5 with the apple cider, I bought him a bag of gummy bears because I knew he loves gummy bears. I also did that for him at his party and still didn't get any of this drink I was promised. I
didn't know that you were bringing gummy bears. That's pretty good. But yeah, I don't have a problem with the mom. Like, Claudia Schiffer wants to she's like 60. She wants to get some. Let's go. Cindy Crawford's got to be in her 50s. Smoke show, I'm sure still. Kathy Ireland.
Yeah, see,
it doesn't ruin my youth.
It doesn't bother me because this is one of those situations, and I know I see this on the talk all the time.
Gina Gershon, love her.
Oh, we know, Zach.
She doesn't know.
Basically,
nice babe.
These guys that she would be preying on, this is not my joke, is the biggest injury or anything that could happen is their hand might hurt from getting high fives the next day from their friends. Like, God bless. Not my joke.
I mean, let's see a picture of this mom.
It ain't good.
It's not good? Well, that's a whole other ball here, but...
All right. I'm going to pull up this picture right here. This is the mom.
Ooh, the cat ears. She's okay.
And
she's got a little Marjorie Taylor Greene thing going on.
And this is the daughter, who looks like she's had a rough night.
The mom's cuter than the daughter. That's a mugshot.
All right. Kyndra Crump at The Kyndra Crump Show. Please plug your stuff. Tell people where they can find you and your podcast and your gram and everything.
Y'all can find me on the corner. Well, while I'm not on the corner, y'all can find me on Instagram, The Kyndra Crump Show, like how it's spelled, SHOW. Spell it like this. Hopefully, you guys all are the highest graded weed in the dispensary. If not, that's a shame. You should not be tuning into this podcast. We don't do dummies. My YouTube is Kyndra Crump, Kyndra and then space Crump. And then my podcast is called The Kyndra Crump Show Podcast that you guys will be on at some point.
Outstanding.
Love it. Oh, I can't wait.
I cannot wait. I'm
Kyndra,
so excited.
Thank you so much for coming on our show. This was a lot of fun. I appreciate everybody listening to this show, everybody who's participated. Keep doing the thing. Keep showing us love. Daddy loves you. Zach?
So now Alan's going to say the N-word a lot.
No, I'm not. Never.
Yes, he is.
Even with permission.